I just made a post on Reddit about my new game Ariel, and Reddit let me know exactly how they felt. How's it going, everyone? My name is Mermaid, and I'm a solo indie game developer, and I just released my second official game, Ariel. After release, I made a post on Reddit about it and received a healthy dose of criticism, and I wanted to share some of it here along with my response. This was a top comment in response to me asking what I should do next after I felt demotivated over lack of feedback on my game. That's an easy answer. You actually do the work and start improving on the game. You don't just toss everything away when things get tough. You sit down and make a plan. First, get a few more opinions. If they share the sentiment, you know your game needs work. Try to structure their feedback and let them be specific. Be honest with yourself and take a focused look at what you have built. Then, write down the things that need changing and start working on them based on priority. If you have improved certain aspects and you yourself think that your game has become better, get structured feedback again. This cycle needs to continue for a long time. After a while, you will not feel hurt anymore if someone dislikes part of your game. Feedback is a service to you, unless it is dishonest or has malicious intent. This hits me hard as someone who doesn't always take criticism the best, and I really appreciate the thorough and honest answer I received. Possibly my favorite part of this comment was this reply. Success is a series of these moments occasionally interrupted by reward. It is because of these comments I will continue to seek feedback on my projects and use them properly and not let them discourage me. This next piece of critique is about my last devlog where I tried something new and botched it completely. Sorry, but we don't want to see you, or Minecraft, or GIFs. We just want to see the game. I'm embarrassed I didn't hear this sooner. Of course, you click on a video that's clearly a devlog, and you're met with 20 seconds of my face with sad attempts at humor, you're gonna want to click off. In fact, that explains why over 50% of people clicked off the video in the first 20 seconds. This is proving to be a very difficult learning experience, but at least I'm learning. This next comment highlights some issues with the gameplay. I was looking at the video and I didn't see any shurikens. If you could throw shurikens and other players could hit it with a sword to send it back, it could get more interesting. So, the thing is, there are visible shurikens in the game. They're right here. But, they aren't nearly visible enough. This comment points out the matter of how little real gamifying I really did. Their shurikens should be way more visible to make them easier to block. This also got me thinking about other things I forgot to gamify, like the player's health, or the overall game loop, or the fact there's no real objective in this game. I got so caught up in making a game that I forgot to actually make it a game. This next comment is about game feel, which admittedly, I already knew it sucked. It's difficult to get your character to go where you want them to go, or to do what you want them to do. In many ways, actually. Here's the comment. So here's some feedback. I'll be honest, based on that link in the release trailer video, I don't think I'd try it. If I had to sum up why in one word, it'd be stiff. The characters are stiff, and the way they don't really seem to react when they go against the wall or each other makes the game feel very slow. It kind of looks like swimming through syrup. This comment does go on to give fantastic constructive criticism, but I want to give this video length within reason. This is a good lesson in knowing what to improve and when, and not being afraid to scrap a whole system even when you spent a lot of time making it or using it. This comment took a very kind and understanding approach. I wouldn't be too hard on it. 2 months really isn't that long, even for people who talk about getting a game off the ground in 3. Really, that is 3 months and a lot of prepping and jams on your belt where you were really comfortable with all the tools and everything. I got too caught up in enjoying my own game through rose-tinted glasses that I kind of forgot that most good games take years to develop, and how little experience I really have. Yes, I've been doing game dev for 3 years, but this is only my second release game. And this is the first one I'm hearing real feedback on, which by the way has been amazing. I'm having a lot of fun responding to these comments. And okay, last one. This comment gave me a very realistic set of eyes on my game. Let me give you some feedback since you asked. I checked out your page and trailer. Things like mind-bending graphics in a very ordinary font over a very basic looking 3D model looks more like a beta test, doesn't really make me want to play it. Even if it is tongue-in-cheek, it just doesn't look appealing and the humor doesn't grab me. The game also looks very basic and not overly enjoyable. That's only based on the trailer and page. That might not be the case, it might actually be quite fun, but if the trailer and page don't look engaging, then I won't download the game in the first place. This is another comment that goes on to give a lot more solid feedback, but again, that's a lot of reading. The mind-bending graphics joke was something I put in the trailer of my last game too, but I got several comments this time around letting me know it didn't land. And why would it, when there's no real sense of comedy in the game or trailer? The game not even looking enjoyable wasn't really something that crossed my mind during development. Now that the game has released and I'm reading all this feedback, the rose-tinted glasses are off, and I agree. The trailer was rushed and I never took the time to make an engaging looking store page. I learned so much during all this, and there's still more comments coming in on that Reddit post. My decision on where I'll go from here is back to the basics. I've made many crappy little games, enough to learn the basics of game dev, but I've never released any of them. I never got any of the experience of actually releasing those games and getting real feedback to learn from. I now know there's a lot that I don't know and still have yet to learn. Here's my overall take. The biggest point I'll be taking home from this experience is to keep pushing forward and use the criticism I get along the way. My biggest mistake in developing Ariel was developing it practically in secret. I enjoyed making the game, sure, but when I released it and got less than ideal feedback, I was nearly heartbroken. I will use the criticism I got on Ariel to learn, improve my next projects, and become a better game dev. Thank you to everyone who shared their opinions, experiences, and kind words. I'll make sure to use them wisely. Thank you for your time. Peace.